Okay. Who is your creator, Ultron? Who is it? Hank Pym? It's not. It's not in this version. Very likely. Where's your lore paper, huh? So, one of the things that this game states about Ultron is that he's an easy healer to play. I don't know if he is. I really don't. I can't play flying characters is probably something that should be noted here. Wrong. Okay, let's read his abilities. The Encephalo Ray. The Encephalo Ray unleashes a burning energy beam. Anyways. Dynamic flight. Wink. What does it do? Fly quickly in the direction of movement and then enter an accelerated state. Alright. Command a drone to follow an ally, constantly healing allies. Yeah, I know about that one. Then this one is... Okay. So I shouldn't fly very high. That's something I need to already... Oh no. How do you ping again? Ah! Imperative patch. Okay, I'm out, skis. Whoops! Let me get out of here. Oh, I'm gone. I just can't play Ultron, bro. I'm like actually trash at the character already. How much heals do I got? I got at least 1,000. Hello. Just to give him some shields. Whoosh! Ah! Who's hitting me? Who's hitting me, bro? I need to get going. Oh. Okay. Oh, this is not fun. I need this. Guys! Somebody, please. You worried about lag, bro? I'm trying to play Ultron over here. Ah. So I have one big problem right now, right? They don't need to worry about their healers at all, right? Their healers are just eating good. I am always at like a position where I'm like, oh wow, there's an Iron Man trying to kill me. There's an Ultron trying to kill me. I'm just trying to avoid the Psylocke, the Ultron, everybody. They just all trying to go for me, bro. I can't put it on him. I need to put it on... Hey, can you move? There you go. I can't put it on T'Challa and I can't put it on Cap because they're going to leave my line of sight. This drone vanishes after a certain amount of time where it's not in your line of sight. Oh. You good? You good? You good? You guys good? Okay, I'm out keys. Okay. Invisible woman, you need to be healing people. Oop. Shield. Okay, what did I get hit by? Oh, okay. Just a... They should have done that though. They should have given him like an instant revive. And then that should have probably been the name of the ability. There's always more of me. Dang it. We need another healer, guys. I'm so high. Why am I... I'm not killing anybody, by the way. Because I'm so trash at this character. Like, look at this, bro. I just can't aim. Not to save my life. Who has the drone? Who needs heals? Nobody. Who's next? I'm on a roll. Who's next? I'm on a roll. Come on, bro. Come at me. Come on. Patch notes. Please, patch notes. Woo! What did I just get hit by, bro? Oh, everyone was just like rocking up on me over there. Bro. And I just got the patch notes out. Did he say I'm mentally or fundamentally immortal? Dog, you're moving so quick. Huh? Crazy, bro. And it's not even because they have good aim. Because the game just decided to be a complete, like, dingus at the right time. Yeah. Patch notes. They released a new Ultron patch that stated that Ultron is the best. Get healed, buddy. Bro, stop moving. Stop moving. Where's the butterflies? Patch notes. Man, I wish Cap just stood still. Genuinely, man. I just wish that this bro relaxed. Oh, I'm the ace. Look at that, bro. Crazy. You know me? Me? Nuke Israel. Why? Why is bro? Why is bro? Why is bro just currently like losing their mind? Did I say I'm the worst Ultron player? Look at me, bro. I'm actually the best Ultron player. There isn't other Ultron players who do it like me, bro. What you mean? Look at the amount of damage I did. Look at how much kills I got, bro. Ain't nobody else doing it like that. I'm just different. Unlike the rest. Oh, my goodness. Who gave me the... I don't like you, Cap. I really don't like you. I'm gonna give Deadweight as well. Ultron, bro. That's me. I'm basically Ultron. Me and him are in the same group chat, which means we are basically the same individual. Check this out, bro. I'm gonna do another crazy Ultron play. Insta-lock Ultron. Boom. That's simple. The fastest pick in the West. I just go shrink and it's out. The Blicky is out. I need to get rid of one bad habit I seem to have, which is I'm flying very high. And I'm not doing enough DPS. Like, I kind of need to maybe like glue myself, like for example, to the thing. I need to glue myself to the thing. And then I just need to stop hanging low. Is that like a design? Did you see the Groot just there? The Groot that opened the portal? I wonder if that's like one of the designs they thought of for Groot, but then they decided against it. Alright, buddy. There you go. Come on, me and you. White on rice. In a glass of milk. On a paper plane. In a snowstorm. Dang. Same team today, he said. My left bumper, by the way, is like really weird. So I might not want to use it as often. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, I missed. Okay, time to... Okay, he's gone. Bonk. There's a Jeff right there. And I'm trash at aiming, so you guys need to do something about that. What do you mean I'm... Patch notes. Oh. Guys. There's a guy right there. Get rid of him. Oh, I got my ray gun. Get over here. Okay, I don't like the ray gun. Patch notes. You good? Bro, stand still. Dang. Patch notes. Dang. Where's the thing? There we go. Okay. Who else needs help? Okay, I'm gonna put it on him for a second. Okay, there you go. There you go, bud. There you go, bud. Alright. Patch notes. Okay, I can do the same. I can't do a lot because my focus is so spread. Okay. Okay, I need patch notes. Okay. I really have like the worst aim in the universe. Okay, who's next? Okay, I'm gonna put it on the thing. Because he doesn't have any ranged options. Okay, buddy. That's a crazy line. Sister. Let's just get rid of that guy. I was trying so long to do my patch notes and I accidentally pressed A instead of Y. Patch notes. Okay. Goodbye. Why do I feel like my ult doesn't work as well as I wanted to? Do it, bro. I didn't know this guy was here. Why is he... Come on. Come on, kid. Put that back on that guy. Hey, you buddy. You good? Nope. I need to put it back there. Flash notes. Nice. Who needs to be exterminated? Wow, I feel Ultron's ultimate is just like not my thing. Like I'm not having a good time using his ultimate. It just doesn't work. But I mean, I'm just the best Ultron player under the sun, it looks like. I'm just that good. What you mean, bro? How much heals do I got? I probably got like 15k heals. Just being like the most insane guy on the planet. Only healer on the team, by the way. Because our healer left, I think. 15k heals. Yeah. Who gave me that? Like, bro, I need to give the Iron Man the like regardless. He gave me the beam thing that I didn't use. I didn't use the beam quite often. Yeah, I wanted to see where's our invisible woman. Invisible woman. Yep, left. They gave me the likes. Who else was playing pretty decent? I think he was playing pretty decent. And yeah, I'll give it to Punisher. There was one area where me and the Thing were just kind of booping people in the corner by ourselves, and I forgot that I'm the only healer, which then resulted in, unfortunately, our team being wiped out.
Hey, this is Editing Mono over here. About 3 or so days since I recorded what you're currently seeing on screen and what you saw before. I thought I'd just give some more of my thoughts regarding Ultron now that I've played him a lot more. I don't think I really like his ultimate attack, for one. I mentioned it very recently here in the clip, but I just don't know if it's maybe the projectile speed or is it just the way that it hits. It just doesn't feel satisfying to use, and it feels to me almost like I wasted every single time I yoink it out, because it's like I heal my team, bang, 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 they get healed, and then there's nobody to shoot. And if there is somebody to shoot, I'm for sure not going to be able to finish them off with this weird, wonky ultimate attack. So I feel as though I still don't like the ultimate. Maybe if I get more time with it, it will grow on me. But I think what kind of makes it that I do not like the ult as much is that I don't feel like I'm able to sustain myself. Like, I don't think Ultron should get that weird passive heal that he gets when he uses his ult. I think it's because he's a character that revolves around shields, he should get more temporary shields, right? I don't think he should be getting heals. And in fact, curious thing is, I suspect that Ultron's kit is what they were planning for Invisible Woman, but then they decided to go a different route with her, right? Because I feel as though her kit revolving around generating shields around allies and like instead of healing HP, but rather like generating the bonus health. I think that was what they intended, because a lot of the things that he does and how he does it just feels like, man, I feel as though this was going to be Invisible Woman, but because she probably in their minds could set up a barrier and do the bonus HP, they felt that nah, that's whack, bro. That's unbeatable. And it's probably also why Ultron's kit feels so, for lack of a better term, empty. It's not that he doesn't have slots for additional abilities, but it does feel as though he just does damage, drops a drone, and then goes to do damage again. Again, passive bonus HP every so often as well. But I mean, it just doesn't feel like this character is very intuitive. But I noticed that a lot of things that came with this patch gives off that vibe, you know? It's not very intuitive. Jeff the Landshark being an example. I don't dislike his change, but I also look at it and go, but I don't get it, man. I don't understand what was the, where do I use my bubbles, for example? Hide and seek now obviously has like the limiter, should have been like that from the jump, but now you kind of also don't find yourself really wanting to use hide and seek. At least someone like me, how I play Jeff, I don't really want to use hide and seek unless either I absolutely need to, or it's to get like a better vantage point, but that's it. It's more like traversal than it is like hide and seek to get away from a fight. Likewise, the bubbles feel a bit weird to use. You don't feel as though there's a good spot to use your bubbles. And I feel similarly with Thor and his like new awakening buff, but it's like it's okay to play Thor now. You can cycle into his awakening mode a lot more, but it also then feels now like you don't want to be a brawler as much with him anymore. You kind of want to go in, poke them a little bit, and then dip. That's how you sort of want to play. Go in, hit them with the awakening mode. If you don't die, use your Mjolnir to slingshot yourself out of danger, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't feel as though the playstyle is very intuitive for somebody who wants to be in up close and personal, and a lot of his abilities revolve around him being up close and personal. But he plays almost like Venom in a sense that he wants to go in, then like dump out a lot of bonus HP so that he can become a target and then leave. Just be a nuisance. And I don't know if the current way that you want to play Thor matches that very well, right? Like Thor, his maneuverability isn't as high as Venom's. And when you are in your awakening mode, yeah, you do get some bonus health, but you're also stuck in awakening mode, so that means that your maneuverability is severely stunted while in that state. It's just not a very intuitive play style, and I feel like Ultron is in a similar camp. That being said, I also do want to know from you guys, what do you think Ultron could have had that could make his kit feel like it makes more sense? Because I do think that it is important to have strategists in the game who don't just heal bot, right? You don't just stand in a corner somewhere, press the heal button, reload, press the heal button, and hope no one notices you. I think that it should be that, yeah, no, different characters have different styles, different way that you want to approach the strategy. But at the same time, I do feel as though Ultron maybe shouldn't have been a damage dealing strategist the way that they've made him. I've seen a number of people mention this. I kind of feel as though Ultron should have anti-heal built into his kit. And it shouldn't be like advanced anti-heal or something like that. It should be that whenever an enemy enters his bubble, you know, the bubble thing that he's got with his drone, whenever they enter that, or whenever they get hit by his encephalo ray, whenever they get hit by that, there should be at least like 1 second where they can't be healed anymore, right? Just for that 1 or 1.5 second they can't be healed, and then they can be healed again, and then, you know, cycle that in and out, just to add something to his kit instead of just like him doing DPS, because he's a decent DPS if you want to turn him into that. And I think his ultimate should have also had that anti-healing properties. Maybe for his ultimate it should even have reverse healing properties, right? That the enemy, whenever they're getting healed, they actually take damage from their allies healing them. So, you know, you kind of find yourself now in a precarious situation where the more support you have, the more you get punished. That could maybe also be a way that you can use Ultron to try and counter the triple support approach. I wouldn't know how to balance that in particular. Maybe the reverse heal isn't as potent as a normal, like, it's not just healing but in reverse. Maybe the reverse heal would like have this effect where it's half, right? So they get healed, and then if it's 40 points of healing, which I don't think any character can do, right? I don't think most of the characters in the game don't do 40 points of healing, right? Maybe Cloak and Dagger does, but anyway, if it's 40 points of healing, now they take 20 points of damage instead, you know, just something to that effect. I think that should have been like, they should have added more utility to a lot of his abilities, have like passive applications to the abilities that he has, instead of trying to make him like this sort of hybridized DPS healer, right? Because it doesn't feel satisfying to play him. I don't think he's bad, I just don't think that he's very intuitive, and I don't think I ever really have a fun time playing him, because the encephalo ray, I don't like it. I don't like attacks that don't do that basically have back end damage, that hit then the damage occurs. I don't like that. I also don't typically like moves that need to ramp up before they do damage, like charge rifle in Apex Legends. I don't like it. I don't want to sit there, wind up an attack, and then have that burst hit someone. I wanted to maybe have the reverse be the case. That would be fine. Do a lot of damage at first and then get stuck in that animation, right? Lock him in the animation. He does a lot of damage in the beginning, and then it gets less and less. I think that would be better But I don't know. I'm not a game designer. The point I'm just trying to get at all in all is that I do think that Ultron, he could have been a way more interesting character as opposed to just being a hybridized DPS support kind of character. He's sort of like Adam Warlock in that sense. Adam Warlock is also like this DPS support character. I think that Ultron and Adam Warlock are like shockingly similar in how they play and what roles they occupy within the game proper. But I do think that maybe they should have added some sort of utility in terms of like anti-heal. The reference for me for anti-heal isn't necessarily from the comic books, but it's more so just from how he has similar abilities in Contest of Champions, right? He has similar abilities there, and I think he even has Scorch or something to that effect. No. He has bleed debuffs, and then he has what's this thing called? Where you apply heat to a wound to. Man, I forget it, man. Like, but when you apply heat to a bleeding wound to try and stop the bleeding and close the wound, that's sort of what he's got in that. Man, it's at the tip of my tongue, I swear. But basically, whenever he bleeds an opponent, and then he uses any of his like encephalo rays, he burns them, right? And when they burn, they take additional damage based off of how much bleed they took before. You know, they should have done something like that. That maybe like he does stacking damage, or he's one of the characters that introduces a similar debuff to Cloak and Dagger. You know, something to that effect. I think that they should have done that as opposed to making him just like a weird DPS that also just so happens to be a supporter, right? And I guess to conclude all of this, I would also want to just add, I think that's part of some people's problems with Marvel Rivals, right? They call the strategists healers. Whereas the strategists do have healing abilities, yes, of course, but they are strategists and they are support characters. They're not supposed to just be healers, right? They're supposed to occupy different roles on the team. And Ultron does have a healing ability, but grand majority of what he's doing is not necessarily healing, even though he does have a heal bot that you can attach to an ally. So I think that for some people that might have been partly the issue there. They are entering this thinking the healer who can't even heal that well. What's the point of this character? That's like the DPS who can't do damage. And it's like, I mean, if you did make a DPS who can't necessarily do damage themselves, but again, they have like some sort of stockpiling ability that they store the damage a person takes and then dish it out to them later or something else like that. I mean, I think that would be okay. Maybe that's what they wanted to do with the T'Challa at some point, but whatever. Point I'm getting to is just that you could have done so much more with Ultron, and I think it doesn't require like a buff or a nerf necessarily, but maybe just a difference in what you were approaching it with. Anyways, I've been Mono. I hope you enjoyed the video and some of the embarrassing stuff I've done with Ultron, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.